Hey, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Houston, Texas.
Og and I are sitting here looking at the lighting, and we're like, oh, it's too white. What's going on with the lighting? It's too white. And then we realize
We're too pale.
We're too white.
Yep.
Man, we haven't had enough sunshine lately. But it's sunny today.
Mm-hmm.
Cold, but it's sunny today.
Grab your sunglasses because it might not last long.
But we literally have had hardly any sunshine over the last couple months.
What were the stats that you...
I don't know. Somebody posted something the other day, and it was something about how there was hardly any sunshine for the last couple months. Like a couple of days in February, and then maybe, I don't know, it was a handful in January or something. But anyway, it's a pretty day, and this topic, I guess, is a good thing to lead into because it is about to be springtime, which means that we'll have, I don't know, 5 days of spring. And then we'll start summer, right?
Good old summer.
Good old summer, which, you know, I kind of love. I love it. I love the heat. It's a good thing considering we live in Houston, Texas. So I get asked a question a lot that I think it's a good question, you know. It's important. It's something that, you know, you really kind of need to do your research on before you actually jump all in and do it.
Good morning,
Good morning, Mom. So the big question is, should I put in a pool? You know, of course, my immediate response is yes, you should put in a pool. This is Houston, Texas. It's hot. But it's actually a little more complicated than that. There are a lot of things you kind of need to consider before you just go off and do that. Number one, are you going to use it? You know, are you going to take advantage of the pool while you have it? You know, I will say we put in a pool. When was that? Was that last spring?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last January.
Was it?
It started around Christmas-ish.
Yeah. It
rolled
after
to the beginning of February.
Yeah. So I will say this. It is a good way to make sure the kids are outside playing, even whenever it's, you know, crazy hot. It's the one thing that they can still do where they're outside of the house. So it has been a good thing in that regard. But I will say, you know, I would make sure that if you're going to put a pool in, one thing that you really need to consider is how long you're planning to be there. Because you're going to end up investing a good chunk of change. And part of that investment is going to need to be that you are actually enjoying the pool itself for a period of time. You know, if you go and you throw $100,000 in the backyard and then you want to sell the next year, that's not a good thing.
You're just not going to get that money back, huh?
Yeah. And, you know, I'm sure you're saying $100,000. You would be surprised how easily it adds up to that amount. You know, if you're talking about maybe a patio, outdoor area in a pool, it can easily add up to that sort of amount. I would say that on the low end, a pool that's pretty basic, probably doesn't have a hot tub. You know, those are around what, 40?
Probably about 40. 40-ish, 40 to 50.
For maybe your average pool that you'd see, with the hot tub, you know, just your normal pool that's got the decking, and you know, I would say probably
covered patio, if that.
That'd be a little bit more on top of that, but you know, just your standard pool that you'd see, it's got a hot tub. You know, you're kind of looking in the $50,000-$60,000 range. You start adding on extras, and you're going to easily add up quite a bit more. Whenever we got pool quotes, one of the quotes that we got, which it was kind of a different kind of pool because we just wanted to see what it would be like to have this fancy pool. And I think the pool quote itself was it was over $100,000, and we were like, yeah, no, because we really kind of wanted to have an outdoor patio. So what I would say is that whenever you're looking at this sort of thing, don't discount just having an outdoor patio. The idea is to really have an outdoor entertainment space that seriously helps property values. The last house that we owned, we added a covered patio to it that was pretty decent size with some pavers and landscaping and stuff. And I will say that I think that really helped. Whenever we went to resell about 4 years after that house was built, having that outdoor area was a big plus. It's what makes people choose your house over someone else's whenever you go to sell. And it's not quite as big of an investment as a pool. So that kind of leads into the next thing that you kind of need to think about whenever you're talking about putting a pool in. You kind of need to make sure that you're not over improving for the area that you're in, whether it be the neighborhood or the section of the neighborhood or anything like that. So there's a little more that kind of goes into all of that, making sure that, you don't go put, an $80,000 project into an area that maybe isn't going to.
So would you say they should talk to a local agent?
I think it's a smart idea.
That's kind of
real familiar with
your
area. I think it's always a good idea to kind of stop and ask. Because it may just be that you make a couple of different choices that can end up, more positively impacting your property values. Outdoor entertaining spaces are a big deal. So if it doesn't make sense to necessarily put a pool in where you're at, that doesn't mean that it wouldn't make sense to put in a patio area. And it really will make a huge difference between whether or not you're actually using that backyard or not. And it's hot here. So I would say, a properly built back patio can make a huge difference in whether or not you actually want to spend any time out in it.
I'm a big proponent of
the patio. Yes.
So I think it's just, you're going to enjoy it more. Mm-hmm. You're going to use it more, and
spend more time outdoors.
Mm-hmm. I think that you're just going to get the better return.
Oh, for sure, you're going to get a better return. So I would say that if it comes to doing a backyard project, it's probably a good idea to just kind of stop and ask an agent. I'm always happy to help if you guys have questions about, what you think, what I think should be put into to your specific backyard, what I think would be the best return based on, how long you plan on staying there, what it is that your lifestyle is like, and then kind of how much you should probably spend on different things. Because you can call around and you can get quotes that really range, $20,000, $30,000 between contractors, even on just the patio. So it's always good to kind of stop and ask someone who's in the industry, does this seem normal? Yeah. Does this seem like something that we should be doing? Mm-hmm. And, it could keep you from, making a choice that could adversely affect you in the future.
Just like any other renovation, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just like a kitchen renovation or
yes.
bathroom renovation.
It's so easy to get in there and, make a couple of decisions that might, it might add up to just too much of an investment in one thing in the home. You really got to kind of look at the overall picture of the property. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because I know a lot of people, they start thinking about maybe putting in a pool this time of year. And so, we would be happy to talk with you about that sort of thing. We've done a couple of projects ourselves on our homes, and I can talk to you about, how much easier it is to sell a home a lot of the time that has a pool. I will say that at some price points, there will be a house that'll sit, but all the houses around with pools are selling. So that is something to think about, mm-hmm. considering where you are, at price point. So anyway, just thought we would kind of brush up on that today and put that out there, and wanted to kind of let you know what we've got coming. Last weekend was kind of crazy. So we got 3 of our listings under contract. One was one that I had just listed like a couple of days before that. It had an amazing backyard space.
Good morning.
So I will say the one that I got under contract within a couple of days is the one that had the amazing outdoor space. So it does help. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that makes people go, oh no, that's what I want. And they end up, choosing that one over something else. I also have, as soon as we get off here, I'm going to go work on a listing and make it live over in Water's Edge. It is at 17112 New Lake Westport. It's in a really pretty part of Water's Edge. It's going to be a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a big game room. And it's
relatively new, right?
Yeah,
it's like 2016.
I think it was 17.
17.
I think it's 3 years old. It's got gorgeous flooring, and it's just a really pretty cul-de-sac over there in Water's Edge.
Very quiet.
Yeah, and that one's going to be $299.9. It's a Meritage home, just really pretty house. So that'll be up later today. And then I am listing a home here in Eagle Springs I'll be listing it on Saturday. It's 17610 Sierra Creek. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I got a big game room that actually has a door. You might even be able to consider it a fifth. I need to look at that again. But yes, it's a great house. That one's going to be listed, I think, right at $239,900. So great price point. Really well maintained house. It's got great tasteful paint. It's super pretty. So be on the lookout for that one. Then we've got probably 4 more listings coming over the next month or so. So we'll start announcing those as we get closer, and we're at a place of prepping those where they're getting closer to being ready to list. So anyway, it is about to be spring. Things are really heating up.
Yep.
Lots of activity out in the market. So if you guys are looking to sell, or you just have questions about adding a pool, please feel free to reach out to me. My number is 713-724-6812. You can text me, call me anytime. So.
And we are approaching spring break.
Oh yeah. So you guys.
Oh, there's a time change, I think, like this weekend.
That's a good thing for me. I know a lot of you hate that whole time change thing. You hate daylight savings time. It's an amazing thing for me.
Yeah.
People are able to look at houses later.
So
it's something that kind of impacts our industry.
And as we get into spring break, you guys take time, spend some time with the family. We're going to spend some time with the family, with my side of the family.
That's right.
So we're going down to Corpus.
Hopefully you guys have a little
hometown
sunshine.
of the Whataburger.
Yeah, that's right. In Salina. Don't forget about Salina. So I hope you guys have some sunshine that you're going to soak up over the next few days and really just start getting ready for spring. Go out and enjoy this beautiful day, and we will talk to you soon.
See you later, guys.
Thanks.
Take it easy.